The PP Bros have been in their find out season for a while now, and it's definitely made me happy. I'm totally amused at all of the terrible things that are happening to them. But as I was scrolling Reddit last night before bed, I came across this post in the Passport Bros subreddit. This person says Russia, Poland, and Ukraine are no longer Passport Bro countries. Trust me, it's kind of over unless you're willing to learn the languages and culture at a very high level. So, supposedly, at first their premise was to go over and find wives, but he says you have to learn the language and culture. Like, shouldn't you have been doing that for your supposed future wife? But it's over unless you're willing to learn something about these women that you're trying to pluck like a flower to take away and do things with. He says, all right, so I live in Poland currently, and I've been noticing some PP bros stopping by here because of the influx of Ukrainian refugees, and they expect things to be easy because they are refugees. These people are no different than Corey Holcomb talking about poverty is a deficiency and how he gets things from women who are in poverty. This is what they're doing. They're looking for refugees because refugees need a place to stay and live. He says, I grew up in the USA, but my mother is from Eastern Europe, and I can speak Polish, Croatian, Serbian, Bosnian, Russian, and Ukrainian at a very high fluency. Recently, some things happened, and I thought it would be good to share this. Now, I helped some of the PP bros around and showed them places they could meet people. Within a couple of days, they all had a total of 2,550 exact amount euros, all taken from them by some Ukrainian girls on dates. And the girls just vanished. One of these girls even asked for 500 euros to get them from one place to another because of some made up emergency that had to do with her grandma. The guys were devastated, and they told me they expected the girls to be nicer. They weren't bad looking guys either, over 6 foot and well dressed, not ugly. Shame seeing that happen. This wasn't the first time either, seeing this happen to foreigners going to Poland or Russia. This happened 8 times. You guys have to speak the languages to understand what's going on and what these girls are actually thinking. The wild thing about this man says that they make their height their personality. These people are 6 foot or over 6 foot, well dressed and not ugly. That's it. That's it. That's all there is to them. And that was enough for this man to be okay with showing these men around. That's how much he thinks of women, that their height and being dressed well is enough. He says, I'm really not surprised because in Ukraine, they have talk shows about these Western guys willing to pay and do anything just to get to bed. I speak to Ukrainians, Poles, and Russian girls every day as friends, and Poles are less reluctant to do anything with any guys unless the guy fits their standards. Polish girls are more westernized than before, and they are very picky. Ukrainian girls and Russian girls will date, but the guy has to be transactional and the guy has to understand them at a very high level. They say they don't like feminism, but they expect the benefits of feminism plus the guys to pay to be conservative. The girls also joke about taking cash away from Western guys, and they are very aware of the guys traveling to meet girls. It seems like the more this passport bro movement gets spread around as information, the more girls use it as ammo to take advantage of you. Not too long ago, I read a post about Philippines being a much more difficult place to meet women. Not sure if this is true, but if it is, the movement is just going to die eventually. The more wary women are globally, and standards will rise more. Standards are rising. We have been telling women globally about these PP bros coming in to poach and take women to bed. They're not marrying any of these women. They're going, this person talking about, these women are getting picky and having standards. Duh. What is wrong with these people? But he's trying to put them on up on game. I don't know if they'll take it, but yes, The PP movement has been dying. It's been dying because the men are going in there treating women like rubbish and then leaving. And I'm glad when women get some licks in before they leave. No Payment says, I'm from Germany, and whenever I went to Poland for vacation, I saw women who dress classy, are intelligent, work hard, etc. Eastern Europe has developed in such a fast pace the last 20 years. It's incredible. They are definitely not impressed by PP Bros. Haywood says Poland and Ukraine previously. If a guy could do well there, I doubt he would have trouble elsewhere in the world. To do great there, it requires the free time for long stays, some mastery of Polish or Russian, money, obvious, looks, obvious, but money and fluency can boost you up 2 points. The types of guys Slavic girls fawn over also have Latinas eye too. If someone can learn Polish and Russian decently, then they have the dedication to learn Spanish or Portuguese easy. Sunderful Wonder says Slavic women aren't afraid of beating your butt. You got to be willing to do more than the minimum. And then the OP says 100%. Humble Departure says the thing is a significant number of these PP bros are either virgins or just flat out dumb. Who the hell shells out a couple of $100s to a girl over an emergency after just meeting them? I'm not sure they're even familiar with scams. Shaking my head. The OP says, I shared a bit of info on the scam here. The girl actually got to his heart by kissing him a lot. Apparently, this is a new type of scam. They French kiss the guy a bit on the first or second date and get them to get their food or money and dip out. Very hurtful to the guy involved. But the wild thing is, these guys are hurt. Oh my gosh. But they're literally there to get women's cookies, women's peaches, and then dip. I don't care that these guys are hurt, honestly. They need to stay home, develop a personality, and figure out how to talk to the women that speak their language and have their culture. I'm tired of them going to these foreign countries thinking that they're just going to get all of these women simply because they are Westerners. They deserve this. I love this for them. Itchy Throat says, we've been telling you guys, manipulative good diggers, maybe he means gold diggers, toxic. There's certain PP bros that keep coming on here bragging about their conquest there. I've been to 59 countries and counting. I'm telling you guys, do not go to the EU. Don't do it. Gax says, Russia and Ukraine are not EU. And then the OP says, I think he means Poland, but still, Ukraine and Russia are really not good destinations for passport bros now. The same applies to Belarus. Someone just messaged me that they think those are good places because of YouTube bloggers like Bald and Bankrupt. Bald and Bankrupt was probably around there years ago when things were easier. Talking about getting women, easier. Now, because of the sex pats in Ukraine and Russia, things changed. Poland also did as well because of the stag parties and foreigners regularly going there. They think things are supposed to be easy. They think they're supposed to go in there, flash a few dollars, and get some cookies. This is the reason why women are just plucking their money and running because they thought women were supposed to be easy. I'm glad that women are getting their licks in. Mulberry says, I have no idea who told them to go to Russia, Ukraine, and Poland. Maybe it was good years ago after the collapse of the Soviet Union. So, more because of destruction or women being impoverished or having a deficiency. But now the culture changed. It's like the West and the East effed and created some kind of monster. And now the girls are good looking, but they will take your soul and you will end up worse than before. Good. I hope that there's pictures and people talk about it so other people stop going. The conquest you bring up had to have happened 20 years ago or something like that. Good. I really hope that men that keep going over to these foreign countries have the worst time ever. And there's pictures and videos, and they come and talk about it on social media so that these other men can just learn how to be decent humans to the women where they live. And maybe they can form some connections where they live instead of taking their dysfunction other places. All right, y'all, join the conversation. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.